This is 3D and this is 2D. And this is a device I built that allows me to live in 2D. A completely original idea that hasn't been done by any other YouTuber ever. Okay, fine. But Ryan just wore a headset that made things lose texture and depth, but he could still look around in 3D. So I've decided to build a contraption that completely limits my world and depth perception.
So what is going on here?
This way I can get as close as possible to actually living in 2D. There are plenty of 2D games like Mario where we only have a side view. I thought about building a really long, narrow world that I could live in to take this side view approach, but I live in a tiny apartment. So I thought about just living my life restricted to a straight line to simulate the 2D life of Mario. But this is much less exciting than you might think, because you can only walk so far until you come to a wall and there's not much else you can do. But side view isn't the only 2D option. There are plenty of games that use a top view 2D approach, so that's what I'm going to do. But first, I'll need to build the 2D simulator. Here's the basic idea. I strap a rig to my back that has a camera attached to it, and then wear a VR headset that allows me to see from the view of that camera above. A wide view camera would have been nice, but I don't have one. So the only other way to increase my field of view was to make it even taller. So I made the height of this thing adjustable. And with that, I give you the one-of-a-kind 2D life simulator. Whoa. Okay, I'll admit, it isn't that glamorous, but it's good at its job. It allows for a top view 2D perspective and has a filter similar to Ryan's that takes out depth and texture. And, as if it weren't already weird enough, the simulator only lets me see out of one eye, because our brains combine the slightly different views from each eye into one 3D image, but since I'm trying to live in 2D, one eye it is. Anyway, now that it was finished, it was time for me to live life in 2D. So I started off by making some friends in the park.
I can always see a very limited top view. Nice to, am I close? Nice to meet you! Hey! Let's go! Wait, so what are you guys' names? Oh, nice to meet you. McKay. And I'm Josh. Oh, it's nice to see the top view of you guys. Of course. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you do too. Alright, thank you. Hey guys. How are you guys doing?
But the real award goes to my wife Alyssa, who wasn't even embarrassed at all.
This is embarrassed. This is humiliating. This is so bad. This is awful. I need to cover my identity better.
What?
I'm talking to the camera. I'm so scared. There's people coming. Just no. Let's just call it quits. This is humiliating. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you.
Okay, maybe she was a little embarrassed, but she was still so brave and recorded everything as I made an absolute fool of myself. So everyone should just spam the comments with Alyssa is the best. Anyway, we ended up getting her a secret identity so no one would recognize her, and I continued my life in 2D. And I made some more friends.
I'm living in 2 dimensions.
Hey, so if I come here.
So there we go. Can I shake your hand? Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you.
What's your name?
I'm Caleb.
Caleb. But you never seen someone living in 2D?
No, I have seen on like YouTube people who live in like third person.
Okay, maybe I wasn't the first person to come up with an idea like this either. But I continued my life in 2D anyway.
Hey guys, how's it going?
So what is going on here?
So right now I'm living in 2 dimensions. Like imagine if you're like playing Pac-Man but in real life, you know?
That's cool.
That's right. He said I was cool. So for any of you who thought I looked like a nerd wearing this thing, you're wrong. I actually look cool. That's why I always walked with my hands awkwardly in front of me. Anyway, I accidentally stepped on someone's jacket, I think, and I tried going on a jog with some people, but they just ran away. So I decided to go on a run by myself. And it was a lot harder to live in 2D than I thought. Like, I could barely even run in between the 2 lines. So I decided to try out the expanded view of my 2D simulator. And ride a bike. I'm not sure why I thought that was a good idea when I couldn't even run in a straight line, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Anyway, I started to get hungry and decided it was time to get some food, so I went to McDonald's. But I couldn't fit in the door and I didn't even clear the drive-thru clearance. Which didn't really matter because this guy ended up kicking us out anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, we'll leave. I apologize, yep.
He said I was a danger to the customers, but looking back, I can't blame him. I looked like a psycho wearing a lightning rod. In the rain. So I decided I was going to have to shop for my own food. So I went to Walmart.
I'm just trying to live in 2D. Take it off? Okay, I'll leave.
Yeah, they kicked me out too.
Sounds good. We'll do it. Thank you.
I actually felt kind of bad because I didn't mean to cause all this trouble, but you know what they say, if at first you don't succeed at getting food with a one-eyed depth-depriving 2D simulator, try again. So I went to Walgreens this time, spoke to the manager, and she was super chill, so I did some shopping there and made some new friends.
Nice to meet you, sir. What's going on? How's it going? Oh, it's going great. Have you seen someone living in 2D before?
I can't say I have.
No, I can see just the top view, you know?
Yeah, nice to meet you. What's your name, eh?
My name's Jake.
Hey,
What's
nice
yours?
to meet you, Jake. My name's Matt.
Matt? You have a sweet accent.
Thank you. Yeah.
Walgreens didn't have much food, so I gave in and ordered pizza. And it was delicious. And nothing against 2D life, but it was just time to go back to 3D, so I finally took off my 2D simulator and enjoyed the rest of my dinner in all 3 dimensions. If there's anything this experience taught me, it's that we shouldn't take anything for granted, like Walmart or new friends, or the subscribe button conveniently located below this video right now. Go ahead, I'll wait. But most importantly, it gave me a sense of empathy for those less fortunate than us, like Pac-Man and Mario, who have never experienced 3D, because living in 2D isn't as easy as it seems. If you want to see some other videos where I built some crazy stuff like couch sleds, double-decker couches, floating technology desks, or contraptions built to send my iPhone to space, then I would definitely consider checking out my channel. I only come out with videos once a month because I want to make sure that when I do come out with a video, it's worth watching. Anyway, I know every YouTube video says this, but if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks.